Welcome, 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 everyone. Ah, Welcome to the Love Attraction Journal Guidance Live with me, Tiana. So, first of all, let me just say hey to all my Kepties, my keepers, my supporters, and even the commoners. Everyone is welcome today. So, I'm Deanna, the Kep Wife Strategist. And if you don't know, I help women avoid marrying wrong and equip them to marry well and become kept. So, welcome to my Love Attraction Journal Guidance Live. Now, before I get started, we are going to cover a lot in a little bit of time. So, before I get started, I just want to know, I think we should get to know each other a little bit, right? So, I first want to know if I have any virgins in the room. Anyone that is their first time. It's your first time on my live. It's your first time doing a class with me. Oh, hey, Shaka. Thank you so much for making it. It's going to be good. I'm covering so much today. So, okay, while people are coming into the room, if you are a virgin, type virgin in the chat. I'm sure you haven't been able to say that in a while. Now, have you? So listen, let me go ahead and first share with you my intention for our time together. So you know what you're going to get out of this. So first, I want to share why a guided journal is the best route to take on your journey to abundant and transformational love. Instead of just a regular plain journal where you get to have at it, why should you have a guided journal? I'm going to cover that. I'm also going to give you a detailed breakdown of my Love Attraction Journal. So I'm going to go section by section, go through all of that. And I'm going to equip you with the tools necessary to actually complete the journal and get the most out of it. I have so many people that have bought the journal, and I love you all for supporting me, but they have not completed it. So it's been grieving me. And I'm like, God, what do I do about this? Okay, I need to give you a little bit more guidance. And most of all, we're going to have fun while we're doing this. Okay. So this is not the stuffy lesson. This is going to be a fun, upbeat lesson. If you have the journal already, you probably want to take it out so you can follow along. If you do not have the journal yet, take a piece of paper or a working journal that you have now so you can take notes. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's my little tongue-in-cheeky way, right? Any virgins? No one answered. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to cover is 5 reasons you need a guided journal instead of a regular journal, right? So I'm doing the comparison for you. So if you're wondering, if you've never had a guided journal before, and you're wondering like, well, what's the difference? Why can't I just get my own journal? So listen, most women journal wrong, right? And I can only say women because that's who I've surveyed. So for all my keepers and my supporters who are here, my fellas, I don't have that much data from you all. And I know that my journal is titled Manifesting Love Fit for a Queen. So I can understand why you wouldn't buy it, right? But I hope that you'll make these purchases for the queens in your lives. And if you are so inclined, you could certainly purchase the journal. And where I say queen, you substitute, okay? So most women are journaling wrong, though. They are literally wondering why, like what they want is not showing up. And the reason why it's not showing up is because they're journaling wrong. And why are they journaling wrong? Well, they're just kind of having a free-for-all. So I'm going to break down the exact kind of reasons why they're journaling wrong and what a guided journal can do for you. So number 1, a guided journal stops you from journaling like a diary, which is actually what makes you stuck, right? Without guidance, without the actual prompts, you're just going to vent about what's wrong. You're going to relive bad experiences and unintentionally reinforce negativity. But with guided prompts, you focus on what you desire. You shift your mindset and you start writing from a place of abundance, not lack. That's the first reason. The first reason is it stops you from journaling like a diary. The second reason is it helps you identify and correct your dating problems, right? So without prompts, you're going to repeat the same dating mistakes, but you won't see the pattern, right? With guided prompts, you recognize your own red flags. You start to understand your role in attraction and you break cycles that keep you single or settling. Number 3, it's going to give you clarity on what you actually want in love. Without prompts and guidance, you just write vague lists like, I want a good man. But what does that even mean? With guided prompts, you define your keeper in detail. You understand your own needs and you attract love that aligns with your values. Number 4, it reprograms your subconscious to attract, not chase. This is so important. Without prompts, you're going to focus on what's missing and you're going to keep your energy in like scarcity mode. But with the guided prompts, you write in a way that shifts your frequency to receiving love effortlessly. And number 5, the final one, it keeps you accountable to actually doing the inner work. Without the prompts, you'll journal sometimes when you feel like it. With guided prompts, you're going to make a commitment to a structure that ensures consistency, which leads to actual results. Listen, your thoughts create your reality, but only if they're focused and intentional. Now, my love attraction journal gives you the blueprint to write love into your life, right? Instead of journaling your way into more frustration. So, which of these reasons most resonates with you? Let me know in the chat. Which of these reasons? Quick recap. The number 1 reason, it stops you from journaling like a diary. Second reason, it helps you identify and correct your dating patterns. 3, it gives you clarity on what you actually want in love. 4, it reprograms your subconscious to attract, not chase. And number 5, it keeps you accountable to actually doing the inner work. I prefer guided new activities. Yep, I learned to meditate only after guided sessions, the Math Master. That's so great. That's a great example, Shaka. Thank you so much. We all need guidance, right? Even the best of us, right? I'm a guide. I'm a coach. I still have a coach. Why? Because I still benefit from someone who can lay the path out for me and give me some direction, right? I'm going to get where I need to go a lot faster. So, why and how the journal was created. So my mentor and very good friend, Tasha Chen, she is like master manifester, visionary, creates millionaires, all of that. She actually had a 30-day manifested journal, right? And it was a glimpse into how to work with her. It had like very simplistic guidance for you to follow along with, and you could do it in a month. And after going through one of her programs, she's like, Deanna, you should have a journal for your people, right? And she planted the seed with me. And I thought back to when I was on my love attraction journey in the beginning, before I had attracted my amazing keeper husband, Will. I literally asked myself these questions. And as I was doing that, God told me to write them down. God told me to keep them together. And that's actually what I turned into the Love Attraction Journal. Now, obviously for you, I organized them. I put them in a specific order. I put a how to go through the journal. I fancied it up, right? When I was doing it, it did not have this fancy packaging with all the directions. But that's the benefit of you coming behind me, right? I've done a lot of the work for you. So you don't have to struggle through a lot of the things I had to. So now we're going to get right into the journal. Okay. We're going to talk about how to use the journal. All right. Give me a moment. And this is my journal. I've had the same journal since it was first printed. I would say it's the first copy, but it's not. The first copy I gave to my husband, who was my fiance at the time. This is the second copy, right? So it has a mistake and everything in it. But how to use the journal. It is on page 7. And I literally broke this down for you because I know that in journaling, we can do a lot of things that are not helpful. So I wanted to make it very clear about how to make this helpful. This is not just a journal to just do, right? We want actual results from it. So basically, there's 3 steps for how to use this journal, right? Number 1, you want to find a quiet space and time to devote to self-exploration and expression, right? This is your time to focus on you. Focus on your healing, focus on your release, focus on your desires, right? So it should be a quiet time, no distractions. It doesn't have to be a long time either. It can be 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Number 2, use each day's writing prompt to dig deep and write your entire truth. Now is not the time to be flowery about your past or about what you're thinking about. That's not going to help you. You literally need to dig beyond. We're done with surface level. Surface level is what has sustained you and gotten you here. We want to free you from negative patterns, limiting beliefs, and all of that. So you have to dig deep, okay? And the third thing, dedicate time for reflection on each day after you do the entry, right? Laugh at yourself. Cry if you need to. Do whatever it takes to accept what you thought, what you did, what you chose. Most importantly, forgive yourself. That's why you need to build in time to reflect. Some of these questions are really, really deep, and they're going to bring up some really repressed feelings and experiences. Allow yourself to feel it so you can let it go. And that's how you use the journal. So the 3 steps. Number 1, find a quiet space and time to devote to your self-exploration and expression. Number 2, use each day's writing prompt to dig deep and write your entire truth. And number 3, dedicate time for reflection on each day's entry. Now we're going to get to the nitty gritty. Let me see. Do your clients share the journal or do they keep to self? How do you know if they are really using it? So by the time someone becomes my client, they've usually already finished the journal. However, once they become my client, they usually do it again. And what my clients always tell me is that every iteration of who they are as a woman, they do the journal again. I myself have done my own journal probably 3 times, and I'm going to do it again on February. I'm inviting you all to do it with me. But yes, they share with me what journal prompts really had them stuck. They share with me what journal prompts made them cry. They even share with me what journal prompts kind of stopped them and made them put it down for a while. I've had people do that as well. So yes. Yes, good afternoon. That's one of my Kethies, Alice. She's completed the journal at least 2 times. Yes, can't wait to go through the journal again. It is like the gift that keeps on giving. Now let's go ahead and get right into the actual guidance, right? So I'm going to break down each section of the journal so you know what it's about, what you can look forward to, what's going to happen, right? So section 1, week 1, and it's important to note, right? There's 28 actual prompts, but there's 2 other things to do. There's 2 other journal prompts that aren't dedicated to a day. Your why and your love letter. I would recommend doing your why before we start on February 1st. And I would recommend doing your love letter at the end. So days 1 through 28 in February, we'll be doing the journal together. Once you complete it, you do your love letter. So I would recommend doing your why before we start. So week 1 is Your Majesty. And attracting love starts on the inside. It starts with you. So before your king can arrive, before your power partner, before your keeper husband, you must heal, grow, and step into the best version of yourself because you want to attract a higher level. You don't want to attract when you're not healed because you're going to get an unhealed person. You're going to attract at that level. So we want to do the work that we need to do so we elevate and attract higher, right? So this particular section helps you reflect on past experiences, heal emotional wounds, and build wholeness so that love enhances your happiness, but it's not the source of it. Okay? So think about it like this. A queen doesn't build her kingdom on broken ground, right? If you don't heal, you'll keep attracting love from a wounded place. And this section actually helps you address those past heartbreaks. It even talks about childhood beliefs, about love, and other emotional patterns that may be blocking you. And section 1 is the one that always knocks people off their feet. Always. So I'm preparing you now, right? You're going to have to dig deep. Your past doesn't define your future, though, unless you let it. So this section is really about like what love lessons have shaped your expectations. And now you're going to think about like, are they serving you or are they sabotaging you? That's the purpose of doing this deep inner work, right? And it also covers like your love patterns. And what I can tell you about your patterns is they're predictors. So are you repeating cycles? Are you attracted to a familiar pain, right? This section actually helps you spot the patterns so that you can break free from them. Let me see what Kepti Alice says. I preferred using the journal while in the membership because you helped me process certain revelations I was having. It's deep. I mean, when I say this journal is my life's work, it is literally what created the woman who you see now, who is able to teach and guide others. It's all of my pain. It's all of the healing that I had to do. It's all of the difficult, challenging questions that I had to ask myself in order to be able to confront these things so they would no longer limit me. Thank you for sharing that, Alice. It is important, right? Because when you work with me, when you're actually my client, when you're a part of the membership, I get you to dig even deeper. And as you're processing it, I help you make sure that you get the revelation and you can pull it all together, right? And make the connections. So now for section 2, week 2, that is your king. Your king. Now, beyond attraction, you need discernment, right? So the prompts in this section help you identify the character, the values, and lasting qualities of your ideal mate, right? They let you know what they need to possess in order to fit into your life and improve it, right? So if you want a king, you have to stop entertaining jesters, right? Too many women focus on the surface, right? And I've been there, right? Where I cared about looks, cared about swag, charm, all the things, right? But a real king, the men we actually want, the keepers, they are built on character. And this section actually helps you to focus on character. The questions that it asks you are going to get you to think about, like, what characteristics are you looking for? What do you need that will help your life be more complete and abundant, right? Because looks fade, character lasts. And it's also worth mentioning that a king has standards too. So this section isn't just about what you want. It's also about making sure that you can be a match for what you desire. Yeah, absolutely. OG original, right? Yeah, yep. Her glow up is amazing. It really is. She is an excellent example of my work. She makes me extremely proud. She's amazing. So let's get to section 3. Week 3 is from courtship to coronation. And what do I say about this one? Queens don't just attract kings, they prepare for them, right? So to attract your dream relationship, preparation is key. This section actually helps you refine your mindset, your lifestyle, and your habits so that you're ready to receive the love you desire. It would be a travesty if this dream man came along and you weren't ready. He couldn't see you through your pain and your trauma. Do not want that to happen, right? A queen's preparation determines her crown. You don't get ready for a king after he arrives. It's too late then. You become the queen before he finds you, because that's how he finds you. A king doesn't look for a woman to make you. He looks for you, right? So are you the woman your dream man is praying for? We often talk about our lists and what we want, but listen, a high value man, a keeper, he's also vetting. Would you choose you if you were him? That's a bonus prompt. That's not even in the journal, but would you choose you if you were him? Your love life will reflect the effort that you put into it. So you committing to completing this journal and doing the work, the inner work, actually shows that you're prepared for the life and love that you want, right? And we all know that femininity is a foundational piece of what I teach. So femininity, wisdom, and peace, do you embody them, right? The questions in this section are going to be shaped around that as well. This section actually teaches you how to step into your role as a queen who attracts effortlessly. And the final section, this is your reign together. So after doing the self work and defining your dream mate, it's actually time to visualize your relationship together, that marriage to your keeper. This section actually guides you in scripting your love story with clarity and confidence. If you can see it, you can attract it. So visualization is one of the most powerful manifestation tools. This section actually helps you script out your future love story. right? Love has to be built in the mind first. And I've actually noticed that many women focus on finding love instead of creating the vision for it so it can be attracted to you and manifest. So, what does your dream relationship actually look like day to day? Beyond the romance, what's the dynamic? How do you and your keeper show up for each other? There's going to be prompts in this section to get down to those nitty gritty pieces so you can be clear about the love you want to experience, right? And a queen builds legacy with her king. So, what's the long term vision for your relationship? Family, faith, health, wealth. This section actually helps you set the foundation for a love that lasts. We not only want to manifest the love and attract it to us, we want to maintain a thriving love in marriage. So, in general, this journal isn't just about writing. It's actually about aligning, attracting, and preparing for the love you deserve. So now's my question, right? Which section are you most excited to dive into? Here's your first opportunity to reflect. So after I reviewed all the sections, which section are you most excited? Like, I cannot wait to do that. I'm excited to learn about that. I'm excited to visualize. I'm excited to create. Let me know in the comments, which section are you most excited to dive into? Looking forward to the journal getting here. I always make sure that I mark off for you to get the updates and where it is. So let me know if that did not happen for you. I can always look it up, but it should be there shortly. If not today, Monday probably. Yep, right up under your nose. Hold on. I'm so glad I had it because my dream man was already in my life and I almost didn't recognize it. See, that's because Kepti Alice did the work on herself, right? She did the work to learn about what was preventing her from seeing it. Once she removed those things, it became crystal clear. She already had the king in her life. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Yep. Was already here. You know what, Shaka? I'm really looking forward to the male perspective. The only male perspective I have on this journal is my husband. So I'm really looking forward to the male perspective. Let me know. I'm waiting for your review. So yeah. Now, I don't know if anyone's going to be bold enough to ask this question, but I've been asked, not asked, I've been told a particular barrier with the journal, and I'm going to address it today. So it will no longer be a stumbling block for you. What to do if you get stuck on a journal prompt? I've heard many a time, once I got to this one, I couldn't go any further. Once I started thinking about that, I had to stop. I had to put it down. So I really want to encourage you. First of all, growth happens at the edge of your discomfort. If you're feeling resistance in any way, that means you're about to experience a breakthrough. Don't stop. But here are some practical tips to help you push past that feeling or those stuck moments. Okay. Number one, don't force it. Don't force it. Instead, sit with it. If a question feels too deep, take a pause, but don't avoid it, right? Instead of skipping it completely, sit with the discomfort and ask yourself, why is this difficult for me to answer? What feelings come up when I try? What part of me is resisting the truth? because the truth shall set you free, right? So, what part of the truth are you resisting? And even if you don't have the perfect answer today, right? The day that you're doing it, giving yourself permission to reflect is already a step toward your healing. Number 2, write something. Even if it's just a sentence, right? Perfection is not required. Honesty is. If a prompt feels overwhelming, start small. You could write, I don't know the full answer yet, but here's what I do know. Dot, dot, dot. This is uncomfortable because I never thought about this before, but I think. Sometimes just writing that you're stuck unlocks the next layer of your insight. Number 3, speak it instead of writing it. Maybe the block is the actual writing. Maybe you're not a person that writes it out. Maybe you need to speak it, right? Your voice is just as powerful as your pen. If a prompt is making you emotional or anxious, try saying your answer out loud instead of writing it. Record a voice note, talk to a trusted friend, or just verbalize your thoughts to yourself. Hearing your own words might help you process the answer before actually putting it on paper. Number 4, come back when you're ready, but set a date, right? Don't just say, I'll come back to it, because you won't. And you'll be like the 40% of people who have the journal who haven't completed it. Don't do that, right? If a prompt is too much right now, that's okay, right? Maybe you're not ready for that. But don't leave it forever. Instead of skipping it indefinitely, set a date to revisit it. And I mean, literally, like, here's an example. It could be, I'm not ready today, but I'll come back to this on Sunday. Set the reminder in your phone and actually do it. Actually come back to it, okay? This is going to keep you accountable without forcing an answer before you're truly prepared to do so. And my 5th final tip, remember, the difficult prompts are the ones that heal you. If it's making you uncomfortable, it's probably where your biggest breakthrough is. The questions, plural. I don't think it's just one. The questions that challenge you the most are usually the ones holding the key to your transformation, with things that you don't want to acknowledge yet. Those are absolutely what's getting in the way of you having the life and love that you truly deserve. So instead of avoiding the deep work, lean into it. Lean into it. And that's why I'm doing the journal with you in February, right? So you'll have support. And I'm going to have a daily journal prompt with a little notes. Nothing too crazy, because I'm not trying to give you the answers, right? Just guidance and support. And even when I'm on vacation, because I am celebrating my 2-year anniversary with my amazing keeper husband in a tropical place for a week, I'm going to set up the prompts and everything so you'll still get your guidance and support. Okay? Now that I've equipped you fully, what are your questions? Do you have any questions? What didn't I cover? What questions do you still have about the journal? Why haven't you got it yet? Tell me. Alice, that's so true. I actually look forward to the discomfort now. Listen, that's how you know you've evolved. When you're like, I don't want anything limiting me. I look forward to knowing. I look forward to the difficult moments, the discomfort, so I can address it and be done with it. It feels like the gym, but for love. I had to build the muscle. Come on, Happy Alice. Does anyone else have any questions before I tell you what's next? I'll leave that for a moment. If you have any questions, go ahead, type them out. I'll make sure I get back to them. But let me tell you what's next. Now that I have told you where the journal came from, I've told you why you actually benefit more from having a guided journal versus having a plain journal and trying to just do this yourself. I've told you about each of the sections, why they're important, what you're going to get out of them, what is the benefit, right? Well, here's what's next. What's next is I've invested in you already. I've invested in you by creating the journal. This is my life's work. It took me approximately 37 years to create this. Everything that I've learned, my love, my mistakes, my lessons, my limitations, everything is here. I've done that for you. I've done that work for you. I've come here today and I've dedicated this time. I've combed over this journal many times just to make sure I can accurately explain to you what it's doing, what's happening, what you'll get out of it, how you benefit. And I've equipped you to actually complete it. I've told you what to do if you get stuck. I've told you how to set the stage to really get the most out of your prompts. Well, now it's up to you. It's time for you to make a self-investment. What do I mean by that? You got to take action, right? Here's what I'm recommending. Purchase my Love Attraction Journal and complete it in the month of February with me in the subbies. So, of course, I have a subscription on Facebook. It is literally 99 cents a month, right? Why? Because I'm not trying to get rich off of it. I'm literally trying to get you in the habit of investing in your love. Can you make an investment of 99 cents to get additional guidance from me, additional lives? I do a live every month with my subbies, and I post exclusive content for them. And I'm going to be doing the journal with them. So I invite you to join and complete the journal with us. And because I want to make sure you have all of the tools to do that, I even have a special offer for you with the journal. If you go to destinationdeanna.com, you can use the coupon code LIVE25 because you came and you took the time out of your day to invest and listen to this presentation and get the tools that you need to actually go through this journal and get the most out of it. You will get 25% off of the entire shop. So you can purchase a single journal. You can actually get 2 journals if you and a friend want to do it together. Or you can purchase the Kepi Starter Kit, which is the journal and my signature Kepi tea. If you know you want to be a Kepi couple, you need to do that. So listen, there's no limit on what you can buy, right? Go ahead and buy whatever you want. But it is a limited time, right? Because I reward those who know what they want and they take action. So go to my website. You have until Sunday night, right, to make your purchase and get the special offer. Now, after that, you can visit at any time, but the special offer will be gone. So I look forward to completing this journal with all of my subbies in February, right? I'm going to be sharing some of my own limitations and lessons and things that are coming up for me because now I'm doing the journal at this level because I want to elevate more. And that's the bonus thing. I don't even think I covered that too much. You literally elevate every time you do it. So it's not a one and done thing. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. So I love you all. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today. I don't take it lightly at all. I know you have busy lives, you have families, you have businesses to run, you have your own endeavors. So I'm glad that you invested your time first in being with me today. So So I look forward to doing the journal with you in February. Evan Disa, I need to get 3. One for me, my friend, and my daughter. Go ahead. Go ahead. Head to the shop. Use the coupon code. There's no limit. Let me put that back on the screen so you'll have it, right? The coupon code is live25. So you go to the website, pick what you want. At the end, at checkout, there's a line that's going to say coupon code. Put in live25 all together, and it'll take 25% off, okay? And to become a subby, just go to facebook.com/Destination Deanna and click the subscribe button. Simple as that. One button, 99 cents a month. You're going to get a live with me every month, in addition to exclusive content that I post for my subbies only, and special discounts and offers. So thank you all so much. That has been my Love Attraction Journal Guidance Live, and you all have